We all want to take actions today that create positive benefits for our children, our grandchildren, and for future generations. We try to secure and retain employment. We try to save our money and build economic security for our families. We try to reduce the health risks around us that we expose ourselves to and our children to. We try to preserve those natural things around us for the enjoyment of future generations. We do it for our future. Our buildings here in South Carolina, like our landscapes, are treasures for our community. They are places that we live, sleep, work, and play. We construct them, preserve them, tear them down, rebuild them, and celebrate their style, form, and beauty. But unlike our wetlands, rivers, and seas, we don't spend a lot of time talking about the urgency that surrounds fixing them and sustaining them. The fact is, most people don't see beyond the mortar, paint, and windows, nor do they know about the underlying story that runs deep throughout our buildings and through the lives of their inhabitants. The untold truth is that thousands of families in South Carolina are caught in a serious economic struggle under their walls and their roofs. They're trying to stay cool and comfortable in our warm, humid environment, but they're unable to afford to do so. Their old and inefficient homes are too costly to keep them comfortable. They get caught in an unsustainable cycle of $300, $400, $500 energy bills. And these expenditures put them in debt. This debt causes them to have to forego other necessities and is only outweighed by the burden of their monthly mortgage cost. This story is shared not just by the low income, who carry this burden more than any other demographic, but by as many as 35% of families living in Charleston County. These families spend as much as 40% of their combined income on monthly energy costs. 40%. We also know that our buildings are creating lasting and unpredictable impacts on our environment, producing more than half of the greenhouse gas emissions across the U.S., even more than our cars and trucks on our roads that we so clearly equate to causing our climate problem. They demand alarming amounts of natural resources. Their runoff and other byproducts impact our wetlands and other landscapes that we hold so dear. And they cause us to have to invest millions and millions of dollars to construct one new power plant after another to keep up with our demand for the energy they consume. None of us want to pass these mounting burdens to our children. And guess what? We don't have to. We don't have to stop building. We don't have to stop providing shelter. We don't have to stop running our mechanical systems that keep us comfortable. But we do have to take the problems of our built environment seriously and attack them at a global and local scale. Smart design, efficient systems, sustainable materials and technologies, and an understanding of how our buildings work as systems. These are tools that we can use to positively impact every single building in our communities, new or existing. That's what our organization, the Sustainability Institute, does.